Hello friends, this is Dr. Shashi Agarwal. I welcome you all. Today our topic is working of the multiplier. In this video we are going to understand the working of dynamic multiplier. In the previous video we have understood the working of comparative static model. This question is very important. Explain the working of the multiplier, or we could say the working of dynamic multiplier is a very important question. It is relevant for the student of principles of economics, business economics, and macroeconomics. If you find my video useful, please do like it, share it, and also subscribe my channel Shashi Agarwal. So this is my app, Edison app, which you could download from the Google Play Store. It is relevant for the student of commerce, economics, and management. It provides free study material and free mock test. Also provides structure courses, principles of economics, business economics, macroeconomics, Indian economy. All they're available in the form of structure courses. So first of all, we will understand what is the dynamic concept of multiplier. Earlier, we have studied the comparative static model, which is given by the Keynes. Keynes concept is a static concept because it fails to explain the process. It does not explain the process of time lag because when we make the investment and after how many time period we will have increase in income. It fails to explain the process and the time lag. Time lag, there is a gap between the making of the investment and generation of income. So it fails to explain the process in time lag accounting for the influence of the multiplier. It simply tells us the final conclusion. But modern economists, they study multiplier in dynamic form. There is always gap between the change in investment and the resultant change in income. Hansen called it true multiplier. Dynamic concept of multiplier tells us how from the time of making the initial investment, the process of multiplier moves on. Whenever initial investment is increased, it takes time for income to increase. So increase is not immediate. So the immediate change in income is not possible because there is a gap. In this time, like many other changes may take place. For example, increase in investment, increase in consumption expenditure, etc. They will have their effect on income. When we talk about the dynamic concept of multiplier, it takes into short-term and long-term condition. Hansen call it true multiplier. Aggregate demand is equal to aggregate increase in investment into marginal propensity to consume. It is based on certain preconceived expenditure lag in future. It's a pragmatic concept. It is not tautological, which is repeated the same thing again and again. Many time lags influence the process of multiplier. There's a gap between consumption and production, like we produce the things, but there's a gap between consumption and production. And there's a gap between the receipt and disposal of the income. So the dynamic concept of multiplier is based on these assumptions. Consumption of the current period depends upon the income of the previous period. Like the consumption of May month depends upon the income of the April month. There is a time lag between investment and income. Investment, which is made in T period, will increase in the next period, T plus 1. So income, that is T plus 1 period, is dependent upon the investment in T period. So here we will explain, so here we will understand the working of the dynamic multiplier. So various time, this is the various time periods. So initially increase in investment is 100. So there is a change in income 100 as the marginal propensity to consume is 50. So 50 will be consumed and 50 will be saved. So this 50, because when we are spending the money, the consumption expenditure of one person becomes the income of the other person. So this 50 becomes the income of the other person. So there is a MPC of 50%, 1 by 2. 25 rupees will be spent and 25 rupees will be saved. So the consumption of one person becomes the income of other person. So it will become 25. Again, 12.5% will be spent on consumption and 12.5% will be on saving. In the similar manner, 6.25 will be the income, and from which 50% will be consumed and 50% will be saved. So this 100 will generate the income of 200 because MPC is equal to 1 by 2. As a result of initial increase in investment by rupees 100 crore, there is a change in income by rupees 100 crore. Our assumption is that MPC is 1 by 2. Expenditure of one man is the income of another person. We could show here we take the income. I will explain. Here we on the this side we take the income, on this side we take the expenditure 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. So this is the aggregate supply curve. So when there is an increase in the investment by 100, when there is an increase in the investment of 100, the income will increase by 100. And 50% will be saved and 40% will be consumed. So 50 will be consumed. So there is a change in income of 50. Then 25 rupees will be, 25 will be spent and 25 will be saved. So out of 25, 12.5% will be spent and 12.5% will be saved. So in this manner, we could show the multiplier process. This is the diagram which I have taken from the book because it is a little bit difficult to uh, make it on the computer. So I have taken this diagram from the book. So here you could see there is change in income of rupees 100 and 50% of this change in income is spent on consumption and 50% is on a saving. So that 50% becomes the income of the other person. Out of 50, he will spend 25%, 25 50%, and then it will be 25 will become the income of other person, 12.5% will be spent on consumption, and so on. The 100, the initial investment which is made of 100, because the MPC is 50%, so it will so there will be rise of income by 200. As a result of increase in investment by rupees 100 crore, there will be increase in income by rupees 100 crore in the first round. Second round, consumer will spend 50 crore on consumption, resulting in increase in income by 50 crore. Because when we have the income of 100 rupees, 50% will be saved and 50% will be consumed. The 50% which is consumed, that becomes the income of other person. So he will have the income of 50 crore, out of which he will spend 25 crore on consumption and 25 crore he will save. In the fourth round, consumer will spend 12.5 crore on consumption and income will increase by 12.5 crore. Out of this, 50% will be on consumption and 50% will be on saving. So this process will continue till the additional consumption expenditure becomes zero. According to Professor Hart, Keynesian concept of multiplier is a static concept because it simply tells how many time income increases due to the investment. So there is no clue about the conditional and conditions and timeline. Keynes had propounded three concepts of multiplier: logical theory of multiplier, which remains valid even without the time lag; periodic analysis, which refer to effect of time lag on consumption expenditure; comparative static theory, on which Keynes focused on its attention. So dynamic multiplier and changes in investment we will study in two ways. First, there is a only one time investment, and the second is when we are pumping the investment in every time period. This continuously injection of investment. So first is single injection of investment. If investment is increased only by once, it will result into change in income only once. Thereafter, it will revert back to its old level. Suppose MPC is 1 by 2. Increase in investment by 10 crore will cause an increase in income by uh, 10 by 10 crore in that period. First period it will increase by 5 crore, next 2.5, then it is 1.25. After few time period, the effect of investment will fade away and the increase in income will be zero. So here we see first time it will increase to 10, then 50% will be spent, 50% will be on saved. So 5 crore will be consumed, that becomes the income of other person. But out of 5 crore, 50% will be consumed and 50% will be saved, 2.5 crore. This manner, the in this manner, the after a few time period, the effect of investment will fade away and increase in income will be zero. Now we will understand the continuously injection of investment. Effect of multiplier will be permanent if there is a continuously injection of investment in the economy. It will enable the income to move from its initial level to new level. So it is based on two assumption. Here we are taking, okay, we are making investment of 10 crore in every time period. And marginal propensity to consume, here we have taken, it's a 1 by 2. So here we see this is the income, this is the initial level of investment. So in the this period, zero period, we have invested 10. Again, every period we are making the investment of 10 crore. So this 10 crore when it is invested, so it will generate the income of 10 crore. So out of 10 crore, 50% will be spent and 50% will be saved. So out of this, when there is an increase of 5 crore income, then 50% will be saved and 50% will be consumed. So every time period, in the similar way, second, uh, 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 first, next time period, again there is investment of 10 crore. Then there is a change of income by 10 crore. Out of 50% will be consumed. So every, we will see, so this is the explanation. If investment of 10 crore will lead to increase in income by rupees 10 crore, out of 5 crore it will be spent on consumption and 5 crore will be saved. In the first time period, it is the 10 plus 5. In the next time period, 10 plus 5 plus 2.5 crore, 17.5 crore. Income in different time period will go increasing till it reaches 10 into 2, which is equal to 20. So here we see this 10 crore, because the marginal propensity to consume is 1 by 2. It will reach to the level of 20. In each time period, it will reach to the level of 20 crore. Here we are making investment in every time period. So if investment of rupees 10 crore will lead to increase in income by rupees 10 crore, out of rupees 5 crore will be spent on consumption. First time period 10 plus 5, 15 crore. In the second time period, 10 plus 5 plus 2.5, 17.5 crore. Income in different period will go increasing till it reaches 10 into 2, that is 20.